Welcome to the You, Me, and Disney podcast. Hi, welcome back. I'm Nikki.
And I'm Shawn.
How's it going?
This is the You, Me, and Disney podcast, an adult humor podcast for Disney adults.
Yes.
How are you been, Nick?
I've been. How are you?
We're wrapping up this series.
We are.
Everything good?
Everything's all right. Yep.
All right. Hey, so on our last episode, we talked about Epcot. We talked about how we were going to sum this last episode up with our Magic Kingdom Day, which was basically Beak and Barrel and Starlight Parade review. But I also wanted to kind of summarize our whole entire day. So I took photos just like last time. Do you remember what time we woke up the next day?
It was early. It was definitely earlier than the other day because we wanted to be on Main Street for 7:15. Or we wanted to be at the TTC for 7:15.
Somewhere around there. I don't remember. I didn't actually take a photo of what time we hit the bus. But I do have park
We
opening.
didn't do the bus.
Did we lift?
We left. We lifted to the TTC because we were afraid the day before we had seen a line in the morning and we didn't want to deal with it.
You're right. We did go to the TTC.
So we took a lift to the TTC.
Let's leave it right there. Let's pause right there. The park opening was 9 a.m. Early park entry was 9:30.
8:30.
I'm sorry, 8:30. We wanted to be in the park for 8 o'clock, right?
Yes, which means we wanted to be to the TTC for 7:30.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
We get to the TTC. What's the first thing?
Oh, the monorail was closed out of nowhere.
Yeah.
There was no signs, no nothing, and we had to take the ferry. So there's a first time for everything. So we've never, ever, ever taken the ferry. I actually was uber disappointed because I secretly love the monorail.
Yeah.
Love the monorail.
Yeah.
And we only did that route and not the bus too because we wanted to take the monorail. We could have just taken the bus and got dropped off right at Magic Kingdom.
We wanted a recording of the monorail.
So we did the ferry. Meh.
I thought it was pretty cool.
I know I hate boats. Meh. I gave it 4 stars.
The sun was coming up over the
That
contemporary.
was beautiful.
It was pretty. I saw tugboats coming from every which direction. It was some music, and it was interesting because I watched the video. I watched it back, and you know what's funny is when you walk into Main Street, you're standing on the outside. You can't see the castle at all, right?
No, but you could see the castle on the water.
How is that possible?
It's a different vantage point than it must be.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it so you're going to tell me the train station doesn't block the castle at all? Even though the train station is pretty well elevated?
I think it's the way you come in and the trees and things like that. And it must be the way the water is. It comes you in almost to the side. So the train center is in the front, where when you look to the side, it's almost like peeking through the trees and you can see the castle and all.
All we saw was the castle though, right? You didn't see any rides, you didn't see Space. Actually, you could see Space Mountain. But so we got there. We scanned in at 8:02 a.m. Right? Took a few pics at the front of the castle.
Yep. You rushed me. Rush.
What did we do first? So what was our plan?
So again, we didn't do any lightning lanes or any individual lightning lanes for this park. Shawn had it in his head that he was like, nope, we are just going to do this my way and we are going to figure it out. So the new thing is when you get there and you can early entry, like we've talked about, you can actually get in line for certain rides. So we ran over to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and what looked like an 8-hour wait, but lo and behold, they don't really let you in the queue. They wait you outside of the queue. So we waited. We got in line. We weren't too far back. It did look horrific.
8:20.
Our daughter was like, hey, the teacups are open. And I was like, you go for it.
Yeah.
There was a hilarious mom who was standing next to me and we looked at each other. I was like, who does this at like 8 o'clock in the morning? And she was like, right. And I was like, this is a barf ride. She was like, that's why my kid's on alone. I was like, hey, me too.
Oh, like the teacups? That's
at the teacups. So our daughter went on the teacups, and then lo and behold, as she was, thank God, getting off the teacups, you called me and you're like, they're letting us in. So 6-minute walk through the queue, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe 10
Yeah.
max.
I got us at, well, here you go. The line started moving at 8:25. We were off the ride at 8:39.
Yep.
So all in all, about like 12, 13, 14 minutes
With ride.
from walking with ride and exiting.
Yep. The big cue to this is for early park entry. Tron is not included in early park entry.
We'll get there.
You are allowed to go wait in line.
Well, we went to another ride after this.
But anyway, I just want people to know.
Yep.
So this would be the first time we've truly, quote unquote, rope dropped Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. All of the years we've been going, we've never been able to rope drop it because it's always been by the time we've got there, it's early entry has just started and it's already 60 minutes. And
I feel like we've always been behind.
Always.
I feel like early park entry, like I feel like we're always there, but we're always there at like 5 minutes before early park.
We were there 15 minutes.
Well, we were there
Or
a half hour
yeah.
because we scanned in at 8 o'clock, which gave us time. And the fact that, like you just said, you don't have to queue in the hub. Now you can queue in the lines. So the fact that we were able to go to the lines, I think it drastically helped. So
it does.
In the past, what did we used to do? You'd always have us go to what ride?
Always, because see, there's a caveat to this. So my system too is we've always had lightning lane and I've always paid for individual lightning lanes.
Yep.
So when you do that, your day looks completely different.
Your day looks the way that lightning lane wants it to look.
No, because you plan out your lightning lanes. And I'm not going to get into the fisticuffs test for you.
Well, here's the thing. I had heard somebody gave some advice and we tried to do that.
Yes.
So what ride do we go to next?
So we did Seven Dwarfs Mine Train on and off in 12 minutes. And then we did Space Mountain. Literally walk on. And when I'm talking walk on, by the time we got to the actual ride, there wasn't one person in line.
Not one.
Not one. The people in front of us were already loading their cars and we were getting on.
8:45.
To the point where I was able to chat with a cast member like a grandmother.
Yep.
The ride this time was completely in the dark. I don't know if it's because it's Halloween. They shut.
Yeah.
There, and I know Space Mountain is in the dark. I mean, there's not one light, not one star.
There wasn't even an emergency exit sign.
Not even an emergency exit. You were completely in the dark. 5 stars.
It was. I hated it like always, but I mean, secretly, I do love it. It terrifies me. I'm going to be decapitated all the time.
And I didn't really get to talk about Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I love this ride. I love everything about this ride. I don't love the queue with the fans. I must admit, there's something about the fans that irritate me. And I get it because but our daughter had a good point, and we'll bring this up later. You have fans in this queue. Why don't you have fans at Tron?
Oh, well. So we'll come back to it.
We'll come back to it.
But anyway, it's now 8:55.
It's now 8:55.
5 minutes before the park.
Yes.
We've already done 2 rides. 2 rides in our early entry. Two bangers.
Yep.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is a banger.
Yes.
Top tier ride.
Yep.
You usually have to pay to get on it.
Yep.
Where do we go next?
Tried to go to Tron.
Walked up right where I anticipated the line being, because like Nikki said, Tron doesn't officially open until 9.
Yep. Park open.
So we got in line, and the line was right there. And I noticed the cast member with the little pole. And what I said to the cast member was, not letting anybody in the building yet, right? Because kind of like Seven Dwarfs, they queue you outside. And then what happens nicely is when the ride starts, the queue kind of keeps on moving. It goes inside and people get on and it keeps on moving. And that cast member was nice enough to say to me, the ride is not operating right now.
Which is completely off protocol, because we've been in lines before where they haven't said dog shit. And we've even asked, is the ride down? Nope, not that I know of. So I don't know.
I almost got into a fist fight with the guy at Test Track.
I don't know if this poor gentleman was new. I don't know if someone probably pulled him aside after and was like, hey, we don't use those words.
Yeah, but so I looked at him. I looked at the.
We were like, thank you much.
I was like, thank you so much.
Yep. He
didn't have to say anything. And if I didn't ask, we would have been sat. We would have sat there, and then we would have saw the park open and saw the star.
And then we would have
left. But it saved us time. What did we do?
It did. So then because now it's just park opening.
9 a.m.
9 a.m. And we saw much like Epcot, the flood of people when the park actually opens. I guess I'm naive that everyone stays on property. I literally am naive to it, but clearly not.
Yeah.
Because the wave of people that ran to Tron when the park opened was like almost obscene.
And think about that. What helped is, see, I don't know if at 9 o'clock, even though the ride was down, they let them go in the inner queue.
I'm sure they have to.
Well, I don't know. That would be.
No, you have to. You're not going to leave the queue. Although when Test Track did, they didn't. Yes. When Test Track was closed that time, that's how they got people to shut their mouths, because they let people the queue, and we're like, oh, we're moving. It must be going. And then all the queue filled.
Trick you.
They trick you. So anyway, we ran to.
Well, we got some breakfast.
We got some breakfast at, which I've never eaten before. So there's a cute. It's right below.
Right outside of Tron.
Astro Orbiter.
Yeah.
So it's right below Astro Orbiter. It's got a big red sign.
And we got, what's funny is a lot of these breakfast places, they
all serve tots.
They all serve a tater tot breakfast bowl. They advertise it. It's not on their normal menu. It is advertised in a little kind of pop-up menu that they put up.
The lunching pad.
It is the lunching pad.
The lunching
pad.
That's what
I thought.
So we had a quick breakfast at the lunching pad. I was starting to get anxious because I wasn't running our day and stupid Shawn was, so I don't like the pauses. So we had breakfast. I took a break and relaxed for a minute, and then we realized that Peter Pan only had a 20-minute wait. Peter Pan never has a 20-minute wait. So we went to Peter Pan.
Banged out Peter Pan. Right?
No, Peter Pan. We saw Captain Hook and Smee walking around.
Right.
Because it sounds like characters are going to be more in the park a little bit.
Yeah.
Our daughter was actually wearing a pirate shirt, so Captain Hook genuinely enjoyed that, made reference to her shirt. Got in line, waited. Line wasn't too bad. I love Peter Pan's queue.
Yes.
And I mean the part where you're in the bedroom and
yes.
you see Tank and like the bells, and it's just a very magical queue, and it's an interactive queue, which not all of them have. So if you've never been on Peter Pan, obviously this ride is based off of the original Peter Pan movie from like 1940 something.
Oh yeah.
Very old, and there's a part in the queue where you're in the kids' bedrooms.
Yeah.
And Tink is there, and she flies on the wall, and she goes in like a box, and you can see her, and she lights up the box, and then she goes to it. Like, she just causes mischief in the room. And then there's an area you can stand in, and they must have sensors on them somehow.
Don't know how they do it. It's definitely magic.
It's a shadow.
Yeah.
And they have bells that you can ring, but it's not real bells. It's a shadow.
Your hand is up in the air tapping a shadow. Your shadow is tapping a shadow of a bell, and it actually dings a bell, and you see the movement of the shadow. It's however they do it, it's amazing. It's such a cute effect.
It's such a cute effect. Yep. Our daughter was pumped because she's absolutely obsessed with Tinkerbell, so we got to see Tink.
Yep.
And got on this ride. This ride is super cute. Love this ride.
So we did this ride.
Then we went to Haunted Mansion.
Then we did Haunted Mansion,
which was a 13-minute wait. Which is anyone who knows Haunted Mansion, if it's 13 minutes, it's walk on.
Walk on. We were in the room. And what's so funny is because we were in the room, we didn't feel rushed. We already accomplished a bunch of rides.
Mm-hmm.
We were the last people out of the stretching room. And we were like kind of like the last people to get. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
We're all, look, we're not shouting, looking at our written. We're like, there's no one behind us.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was so bizarre. And it was almost the same feeling as like when we were behind the wave.
Yes.
And it's almost like, gosh, it almost must be like surfers. You're in front of the wave and you take that big wave, but then you skip a wave and you turn around and look and you see the wave, and that silence that kind of happens. It was amazing. And it was the same feeling as when we were at Epcot, and we're in that, the wave was all over at Tron, and we were behind it.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
But
for today. Yeah.
At Tron.
Yeah, they were, I think everyone ran to Tron.
And then we went to Small World.
Ugh. Small World had a 5-minute wait. I know this is an OG ride. I know. Shawn was like, let's just do it. We're right here. It's 5 minutes. Really? We've done like 1, 2, 3, 4 rides. Like, what's it going to matter? It's not going to change our day. So we did it. Our daughter complained a little bit, but I must confess that I slightly enjoyed it this time.
It was better.
I don't know why I slightly enjoyed it.
I've only been on it one other time, and I think I hate it.
But I didn't hate it this
I
time.
did not hate it.
Like the hippo, I was like, I kind of love you.
Yeah. The characters look bright. Everything looked brighter.
It was brighter. You just
I feel like everything got a fresh coat of paint.
And if anyone hasn't been on It's a Small World, there's a scene. So obviously, It's a Small World. You're going through all like the countries
The world.
of the world.
Yeah.
And they're all singing It's a Small World after all.
Every country sings it.
And
Ironically, all in English. That's weird. They all know English. They don't even sing it in
I think it is in different languages. I think.
Oh, I'm just not aware of it.
Yeah, I don't think you pay attention. There's a scene where there's a hippo, and the hippo's eye is all like
jacked up.
Not jacked up, but it just blinks slowly, like almost like, I'm sure if anyone follows any Disney site, someone's used the hippo and like, me on a Monday morning. Yep, of course you did. So anyway, This is Small World was great. I don't know what we did after that.
We did lunch.
Where? Oh,
Columbia Harbor House.
Columbia Harbor House, another first for us.
Yep.
We went to Columbia Harbor House. Highly recommend this place. It was delicious.
Our daughter got a lobster roll.
Our daughter got a lobster roll. She loves lobster. It was amazing. I think it may have made her sick though. We'll get to that.
Yeah. So I had a shrimp salad, which is
your shrimp salad was disgusting.
It was not what I expected, and shame on me. I didn't read the menu. I looked at a picture and I was like, "Ooh, shrimp salad." There you go. It had a lot of like weird stuff in it, peppers and things that I'm not used to having in a salad. What did you have?
Don't remember. Chicken tenders.
Chicken tenders. But
did I?
Yeah.
And I didn't want the chicken tenders.
Yeah. Do you know what I think made up for it though? Is the Boston cream pie I had for dessert. I think that made it all better.
Yeah, I mean they're right now they're offering gingerbread cakes. Of course they are. So they have, it's obviously seafood somewhat based. So they have lobster rolls, salmon, beer battered shrimp, seaside chicken strips. I don't know what possessed me to get this chicken strips. It's not even what I wanted. New England clam chowder. Anyways, that's why, because I was being cheap and I got the kids menu. Kids chicken strips. Why I was being cheap.
Well, we weren't being cheap because our daughter got a $20 lobster roll.
So in order to give her the lobster roll, I was like, fine, I'll just eat the kids' chicken strips, whatever. Because I knew I would eat all day. It doesn't matter. Right. Anyway, we had a adorable view of Rapunzel's tower.
We sat upstairs.
Most
people don't even realize there is an upstairs. It's huge upstairs.
I think we ate relatively early, like 10:45, 11.
It was around 11.
Because there was nobody.
Yeah, upstairs.
In here. Nobody.
The place was empty.
Place was empty. We were in and out 30 minutes tops.
How did you feel the crowd was?
I think we were in low crowd territory.
Okay. So
I do.
I'll ask you again at certain times how you felt the crowd was.
Yeah, I feel like this was low crowd time for some reason. I don't know if because of the race, everyone had been there the days prior.
Maybe.
And everyone slept in. Like
this was what, the day before Halloween or the couple days before Halloween?
No, it was October 27th.
Yeah, Monday the 27th. So not on a weekend, so a Monday. So that's a relatively low crowd day, but a few days before Halloween. So
a few days before Halloween, but it was just race weekend.
Yeah.
And if everyone had flown in Friday, Saturday, Sunday for race weekend, everyone was gone.
Maybe they're piecing out. Okay.
Yeah. So I personally feel like it was low crowds.
So we were in good spirits. We've already, to my count, done about 6 rides.
And 8.
And 8 lunch.
Yep.
At 11:40, we walked over to Tron.
Oh, yeah.
We were in the queue.
It was a 50-minute wait, so we were like, we're just going to bite the bullet.
We knew we were going to wait. We knew we were going to wait for one ride, at least. Minimum, whether it's going to be the Jungle Cruise or this ride or that ride. We're going to wait for a ride.
Yeah.
It's part of the process, because even if you have a lightning lane, you're not necessarily 100% walking right onto a ride. There's sometimes
5-10 minutes.
A 5-10 minute ride.
Yeah.
That's sometimes how it works. So we were committed to doing this. We sat in the line.
I need to preface this. Tron's outside queue is on concrete, all in the sun.
Yeah.
So if you've ever been to Hollywood Studios, Slinky Dog Dash
good comparison.
is exactly the same.
You're right. Yep.
They have put up umbrellas
Yeah.
Okay, which is wonderful.
And the makeshift awning.
And the makeshift awning, but there is no fans.
Nothing.
There's no fans. So here you have Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which has a fan literally every 2 feet that blows on you.
Yeah.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Oh, in the grassy tree area.
In the grassy tree area.
Kind of tucked in, yeah.
Other than a bathroom that's right there, this queue until you're indoors is in the sun.
Yeah.
I stupidly put our daughter in a black t-shirt. We are from New England and are not used to Florida weather because it was October.
Black shorts, I believe, too.
She had just had lunch.
Lobster roll.
With mayonnaise.
Yep.
And was sitting in the sun watching her tablet. We were about 30 minutes in.
Do you think we were in 30 minutes?
Yeah,
we were 30 minutes. We never even made it. We
20
we just made it to the indoor turnstile.
Yeah.
Where we would have gone indoor. This was all outside, and that's why I think we were baking.
Yeah.
So
she looks at us and she's like, I'm going to throw up.
Yeah.
My belly hurts.
Yep.
And I was like, are you nervous about going on the ride or are you? And she was like, no, my belly hurts. So we got out of line. I wasn't playing that game. The poor thing was overheating, overheating to the point where we had to stick her in a stroller, put cold compresses on her neck, and just keep her out of the sun.
We ended up going down at the bottom of Tron. Well, the cool thing about Disney is they like air conditioning the outside. They have no problem turning an air conditioner. Yeah, exactly. Turning an air conditioner on and opening the doors full blast. Mm-hmm. So we sat outside of the gift shop of Space Mountain and the door was open. So the breeze was hitting her. And we sat there for probably 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Let her cool off, got an ice water. Which
wasn't working. So then we went on our favorite ride, which is Carousel of Progress.
Yep.
Which worked because Carousel of Progress is indoors in the air conditioning.
Yeah.
And we all got to enjoy the Carousel of Progress, which we absolutely love as a family.
She rested her eyes a little bit.
I think she was overheating.
Yep.
I think
the day before, she probably was dehydrated. We walked, I think, and I didn't even say this, I think we walked 22,000 miles.
No, 22,000 steps.
I'm sorry. Yes, 22,000. Well, it felt like 22,000 miles. 22,000 steps that day. This day, we actually did more.
Yeah.
But she might have been overheated. So
I think she was.
We did the Carousel of Progress. Then we did the People Mover. Now it's 2:00.
It was, wasn't it?
It was. What do we do then?
I remember being irritated with you at this point because I had wanted to go over to the other side of the park earlier in the day, and you didn't want to.
Let me stop you. At 2:00, we were watching the parade.
Oh, the Festival of Fantasy.
Festival of Fantasy parade. So we did wander over because what Nikki's referring to, it seemed like we spent a lot of time over in Fantasyland.
He made me spend the whole day there.
Well, now that Adventureland only has one ride in it, Tiana's, there's really no reason to go over to that side anymore.
No, I didn't get to see the park.
I
didn't. He ruined my whole day. I didn't get to see the park.
Okay. I'll tell you what ended up ruining the day.
So our daughter at this point was still in the stroller, and granted she's 10 tall, but I did not care.
Didn't
Sit
care.
in the stroller.
Backed up against the wall.
We found a spot in the shade right next to the Christmas store, which is wonderful. In Liberty Square, so not quite Frontierland, in Liberty Square, and we were in the shade, which was perfect. And I checked with a cast member to make sure that we were in an okay spot, and we had front row seats for the Festival of Fantasy, which was amazing.
The best.
I love that parade. Love that parade. I actually, Soph and I got a little tearful.
The old Christmas show.
Yeah, the old Christmas show. We got a little tearful watching it. She did get a princess to wave to her. I don't remember which one. Tiana, maybe?
Yeah, I think a couple. Mm-hmm. I think even Minnie threw her a wave.
Yep, Minnie threw her a wave. So that was absolutely wonderful.
So we did that. I also forgot to mention, back when we were doing our other things, we did also get on the Little Mermaid when we were over.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah. So we did almost every ride over on that side, with the exception of the laugh floor, which I think we probably could have got on that too.
Yeah.
So it was now 2:00. We just got off, or we just watched the parade, route 15-20 minutes. We went over to Pirates.
Yes.
Best ride ever.
Love Pirates.
Best ride ever.
Again, I think it was a 15-minute wait, not even.
So here's the thing. Much like at our Epcot day, I was looking up at the sky.
Oh.
and I knew we were going to get more rain.
When did we do the tiki birds? Oh, it was raining already.
It was already raining. So it was all the tiki. So we did pirates and then did the tiki room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I parked our stroller, put the plastic over it. It was basically like, hey, I'm going to leave this here for a little while. We're in this land. We went to Pirates, went to the tiki room, and in the middle, when we were in Pirates, it started raining because we were in the gift shop, and we noticed that the rain was happening. We're like, okay. We also had a 3:00 reservation for Beak and Barrel.
Correct.
So we wanted to be in this area for this time.
Yep.
We're like, hey, Pirates, Beak and Barrel, all this. Who cares if it's raining, right? Went on Pirates, went on Beak and Barrel, or went to the tiki room. It's raining. What did we do? What did we do?
Then we checked in and we just waited for Beak and Barrel because there's an awning and there's a cover and there's a bathroom right there and the gift shop.
We didn't go back on Pirates?
That's after.
That was out. Okay. All right. So we checked in at the Beak and Barrel.
Yep.
We're sitting under a little, I think it stopped raining actually for a couple minutes.
I wouldn't say stopped raining, but it was light.
It was light. We were under the cover of
Beak and Barrels. Yeah.
Under the cover of Pirates.
Yep.
3:00. What time do we actually? I took a photo. Do you know?
Our reservations were for 3:15.
3:15.
I remember being uber irritated because we didn't get in till 3:30.
3:52.
Yeah, and I had to go to the people too and check, and I was like, because they're so gung-ho with telling you that it's a 45-minute, but then don't make, because we would have done our day would have been different.
Yeah.
Because we would have done other rides.
Yeah, it's 3:15 and now we're not even getting in until 4:00.
Yeah.
Hey, we're here. Beak and Barrel. We've been talking about Beak and Barrel now since we basically restarted the podcast and everything else.
Yep.
Wicked pumped about it.
Yep.
What were your initial thoughts walking through?
I loved it. The atmosphere is very cool. Very niche. Like it's very...
You gotta love Pirates, right?
Yeah, you gotta love Pirates. I mean, obviously there were a lot of families in there, but I wouldn't.
You saw families?
Yeah.
Maybe one or two.
Yeah, a couple of families.
Okay. All right.
But I wouldn't say, oh my God, this is family oriented.
So that being said, I watched every person that walked out of the restaurant.
Knock back 2 drinks.
Yeah, I could tell by their little shuffle when the sunlight hit them. It's like 2 a.m. when you walk out of the bar and you're like, whoa. Everybody had that little kind of like step, like they just got punched in the face by the sun a little bit.
Yeah.
But all that being said, when I walked in, I was like, "Whoa, this place is awesome." I thought it was bizarre because it was almost like the doors open and you're in it. There's no entryway.
Nope, you're there. You're in the ship.
Already in it. As soon as the door opens, you're bang in the center of this thing, and it's like, whoa, which is funny because when you're outside, you're trying to look in. You don't get to. There's like
can't see nothing.
Weird. I don't know, but being inside of it, where do we sit?
So lucky for us. So. Quick tip, if you're sitting with kids, because I had asked when I went and I was like, is there any way we can have a seat, please, and not be standing because we have a daughter?
Yeah, there are some standing room only.
Because there's only standing room only. And the cast member was awesome. And she's like, we learned that week 1 of opening with children, we always seat you.
Oh, wow.
Yes, she told me that.
So I wonder if that was part of why.
Where we at?
No, why it took longer for us to get a seat.
Probably because they couldn't do standing, like.
Huh. But
maybe.
But yeah, they said they were behind for everybody's.
They did say they were behind for everyone's reservation. They were about 15 to 20 minutes
So we
behind.
sat down. Waiter comes over.
Very nice. So they bring you in. Right? Obviously, everyone's dressed in pirate garb. Everyone speaks to you in pirate language.
Sure.
And they bring you in. And they kind of bring you in with multiple parties.
Yeah, like 10 of us came in together, right?
Yeah. And so they sat us. We almost sat at like a bar stool, an L shape, sitting on bar stools. So it was us 3, a couple Shawn and mine's age next to us who had no children, and then another couple that was younger on the end. So 3, 6, 7. So there was 9 of us, you're right, all together in this L shape.
Yeah.
And this waiter had all 9 of us.
Yeah.
So I sometimes wonder if that's how it works too. Like his 9 leave 9 more come in. His
Oh,
9
wow, do you think
leave.
that's how they do it?
I don't know. I mean, he had
wow, I
a
wouldn't think
significant
about
amount of
that.
people. And these cast members have it down to a science
Yeah.
already. Like, welcome me hearties. Like, what's on? You don't even have time to look. Would you like a drink? Literally, like the second.
They get you the second you sit down. They're like, would you like a drink?
Would you like a drink?
You have 45 minutes. Did they say you have 45 minutes?
Nope, they didn't say you have 45 minutes, but it is very clear
Yeah.
that you are out
Yeah.
when you're out.
Yeah.
I got the treasure trove, which is a mysterious drink with lemon and coconut, served with with a vanilla cake plank, chocolate cannonball, and golden caramel popcorn. It was delightful.
It was a mocktail.
It was a mocktail.
Yep.
What did you get?
I got a Coke.
Loser.
No. Let me say this. I want to say this right here. I've been thinking about that cup of Coke.
It was cold.
It was so
cold.
So cold. It was served in a
It's a mule mug.
Moscow mule mug.
Yeah.
Which I've now asked you for these for Christmas
Yes.
because I want to recreate the way that Coke tasted. And you know what's so funny? There was so much ice in the cup. It was a never-ending cup of soda.
Yeah.
He only filled it one time, but it was so cold, so good.
So
We also got some appetizers too, right?
we got some appetizers. We got the Island Provisions, which is like plantain chips, blue corn chips, with some mango chutney, some spiced guava, like chips and dips.
Chips and dips. Yeah.
And we got something else, and I don't know what it was.
Brussels sprouts?
No.
There's only 3 things on the menu. It's
You
one of
didn't
the
let
3.
me get the octopus.
No.
So was it the corn griddle cakes with roasted corn and poblano peppers?
Yes,
Yes.
that's what it was.
Yes.
No, what's the other thing?
Cook's corn griddle cakes with chipotle braised chicken. I don't remember. I know we got the chips and dip because I genuinely enjoyed those.
I honestly don't remember what the second thing was either.
Anyway, so they do have non-alcoholic beverages, and they do have a significant list of signature cocktails. All of them look delicious and lovely, and they actually have one for $46 that comes in
The collector mug.
collector mug. I was afraid if I had had booze at this point in the day that I would have looked like some of the people who had walked out.
Yeah.
If it had just been Shawn and I probably would have partaken in a cocktail.
Yeah.
But when you have a 10-year-old and you know that they're going to be at you and can you do this and can you do that and we have more rides to do, for me personally, a alcoholic beverage was just not on the menu.
That being said, you know what's funny? So GO82 is a 21 and over club, right?
Yes.
Do you feel that this belongs, or do you feel that eventually they're going to go to 21 and over for this club?
I do not think they're going to go to 21 and over. I do think it belongs, and I think it belongs because it's something different that Magic Kingdom doesn't offer.
Booze?
No. So back to reviewing. This place, Disney has a knack for decoration.
Oh my God, yeah.
This place you walk in, there is a wooden anchor that hangs from the ceiling.
The candles, the bottle.
That has candles that look like they've been quote unquote burned.
Yeah.
So there's wax everywhere. Obviously, these are not real. There are skulls and bottles everywhere. And the owner of the ship, because you're on a ship, when you go inside, that's the premise, is you're on a ship. Yeah. And he's a pirate. Pirate Pete? No. Oh my God, I don't remember. No.
No, Rummy. Is it
Rummy?
Rummy. I think it's, gosh, you probably, because it used to be Petey, but they changed it halfway through. We can follow up with what that is. But
yes.
To Nikki's point with the details, like, it must be great.
I think it's Rummy. I think you're right. Rummy. Rummy.
It must be great to work as a Mountaineering to have to go procure all these like little treats and trinkets that are everywhere.
And so when you walk in, you're in one main galley.
Yeah.
Then when you look, if you're staring at the front of it, when you look to your right, there's like a small area there, which looks like they have sit-down dining, and a small area to the right.
Yeah.
There's a bigger area with sit-down dining. The bigger area to the right it's more like books, and there's a fireplace. There was actually
it was
a
like
couple.
it was the sitting room, yeah.
there was actually an older couple sitting in front of the fireplace in these huge armchairs.
Wow, lucky.
And I was like, damn it, why do we have kids? Like, we could have sat there.
Lucky.
And anyway, Rummy comes out and he guides you through the ship. Like, so there's times where like all of a sudden thundering lightning happens and they tell you to like batten down the hatches and
all
the cast members are involved.
Scream it.
And then there's a point where all of a sudden beautiful music plays and it's because a mermaid is coming through and she's trying to enchant like the sea, like the
She's a succubus. She's trying to suck you in with her freaking music,
with
like
her-
Celine Dion.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
she's trying to come at you like that.
the entire time you're there is interactive.
Mm.
Your cast members are interactive. Rummy's interactive. You know, so it's a lot to process in 45 minutes.
Yeah. It's a
So I think that was my problem is it was like, here's your drink, here's your appetizer. Remy's going off. The lights are going off.
Did we get a second drink?
He asked us.
Okay.
So the way it works is they come through. What would you like as your first drink?
Maybe 20 minutes?
Not even.
No, 20 minutes. I mean, you got 20 minutes and then he comes back after 20 minutes for the round
I would
two?
say 15.
15.
Because you got to have that drink served and knocked back to kick your ass out
That's
for
true.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is why the people who had cocktails are probably leaving a hair tipsy because if you've been walking around all day and you just knocked back 2 drinks.
And there's not really
And there's not really food.
food.
No.
Right. That's why I guess it was like, I guess that would be the only critique I would have is like going back to the Geo 82 thing. I was like, is this really for kids then? Because if you're going in here, you're obviously going in here for atmosphere, but you're also going in here to have some drinks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, so who exactly is the clientele? And I guess that's up for debate or
I think it's
whatever.
For debate. I don't think that it's not for children because it's so immersive and so interactive.
Yeah.
And
Did our daughter even look around? She was given a placemat and she looked forward the whole time. Didn't even look around or up.
She did. Remember, we went to the room over and she was like, can we go look at the next room? And I got up and we went and looked.
I don't remember that.
Yes.
So I'm glad she did.
And they let you kind of wander a little bit to kind of see around the restaurant. It's not the cast members that make you feel weird about walking around. It's the other people who are dining. Like when we were in the other room kind of looking around, the people, ironically, the older couple who were sitting in front of the fire eyeballed us like, what do you guys? And I wanted to be like, listen, this is not your room.
I'm taking video and stuff like that. And obviously when you take video or B-roll or stuff, people are going to eyeball you and give you weird looks like, I don't want to be in your video. And you're trying to be quick about it. Like I'm just doing a quick photo or, I'm trying to take all this in. And Nikki's right. You get looks sometimes like, hey, you don't work here. You don't get to walk around. Go sit in your seat and, mind your business.
I mean, they're claiming that all age is suitable for both children and adults. So there is no, I do not think that this is going to turn into 21 plus.
You don't think so?
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
I do not.
Do you think eventually the time limit will disappear? Do you think they'll keep that time limit? What do you think? Do you think this is just going to turn into a bar? Do you think it is? Well, I mean, basically it is a bar. It kind of is. A bar with a 45-minute limit.
It's a tavern.
Which is a nice way of saying bar.
It's a tavern. There's a difference.
Instead of pickled eggs, they had pickled chips. Okay?
I don't know how to answer that, and I think only time will tell. Because the one thing about Magic Kingdom that makes Magic Kingdom magical is there are not a lot of drunk people. When you go to Epcot, you expect when you get to the countries after a certain time.
Person comes out trashed.
And that's your perception.
No, that's not. I'm just saying that as a joke.
When I go to Epcot, when I see someone trash at Epcot, it's rare. Oh, honestly, it's in my.
And I'm joking. It's super rare.
It's super.
I don't
rare.
think I've ever actually seen. I don't personally think I've seen anybody ever trash. Oh my God! Did we talk about the woman smoking cigarettes at Epcot again?
No, we totally forgot.
We caught another person smoking a cigarette.
Right in front of us.
Right in front of us. Like, I smelled a cigarette, turned around, and this woman is smoking a cigarette. Again, why do we always... Maybe she was trashed.
Maybe.
Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, so that's the risk you would do by turning this into a 21 plus.
Yeah.
Epcot is known. Like, you drink.
Yeah, right.
You drink
Yeah.
at Epcot. You have countries. You are experiencing the world. This is not that. This is magical kids world. Like, so in order to keep it immersive of children, family friendly,
Yeah.
it may stay this way. They may push it to an hour once the hype is gone.
I'll be curious to see what does especially when Cars Land opens. I wonder if what's gonna happen is you're gonna get some dads or grandfathers or uncles are gonna be like, "Hey, why you guys go over to Cars Land?" Well, me and,
You can't
this
just
guy
get in though.
well,
You can't just
I'm
get in.
wondering how
I
it's
have a
gonna
feeling
work.
this.
It is very limited seating. I would probably have to go back to my videos and see how many seats do you
Oh,
think
I
are
have
in
no
this?
idea.
50?
I've
60?
I have no idea. And thank God, again, we use MouseWatch. I've talked about MouseWatch
It
before.
paid off, right?
It paid off. Not only did it pay off, we actually got 3 reservations. So what happened is our first reservation was at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And it was only for 2 people.
Yep.
And I want to talk about this because it's important. So our first reservation was for 10 o'clock and it was 2 people. I, not knowing at the time that that they sit families together, was going to simply be like, hey, there's really 3 of us. Is there any way she can sit on my lap? Blah, blah, blah. Thank the sweet baby Jesus in the heaven above,
8-pound baby Jesus.
8-pound baby Jesus, that MouseWatch found me a 3:15 reservation. Because as I was checking in at 3:15 to Beak and Barrel, a family walked up and they were like, do you have any open reservations? And the girl was like, don't know. So the cast members, when you go to the desk,
Yep.
do not know. I don't know. You're going to have to check the you're going to have to check the app. And just to let you know, once a reservation is made, it cannot be modified. Meaning they would not have let us, as a family of 3, go in at 10 o'clock.
So we would have had to do our swapping plan.
We would have had to do
or one or the other.
One or the other. So be cognizant of that. If you can't get reservations, don't think that you're going to and that, like I said, that was before I knew that children had to sit and they weren't allowed in the standing area.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could try it and be like, hey, because I had said to the cast member, I was like, yeah, when we saw videos, there was like a baby sitting at the bar. She was like, oh yeah, we learned our lesson like week 1, like about
babies
people
at a bar. Yeah, that's probably illegal anyway.
So, long and short of it, I just wanted to put that out there because that was super important and a kind of a learning thing when I heard it. And that family was not happy. But they also, I physically don't understand how they walked up and was like, do you have any reservations? Like,
I think some people, I've kind of told you, I don't think everybody's in the know about Disney.
no.
I think, actually, if I'm being honest with you, I think there's probably a good 25% of people that know nothing about Disney. Hey, the first time I went to Disney, I knew nothing about it.
But you're with people who did.
But some people don't have that luxury. Maybe they're just like, hey, what are we doing on a Saturday? Let's go to Disney. Like, oh, it's this place. And they mosey on up to play. And I'm sure a lot of people function that way. We're lucky, so we don't make those mistakes of like, hey, I can't even get anything to eat here, or like there's no food. So thankfully, we are aware of this is how you have to navigate through Disney. We're doing a podcast to teach ourselves and other people how to navigate through Disney.
Beak and Barrel, I liked it. Would I do it again? If it was just you and I, absolutely.
Yes.
If it was all 4 of us, 100% no.
5 rating.
Do not go here if you think you are going to go here to eat. Please do not go there hungry, being like, oh, we're going to get some apps and some drinks.
Sure.
It's not built that way yet.
I just said 5 out of 10 rating. Give it a rating, 0 out of 10.
A 7.
7.
Because it's new, because it's still bright, because I liked the parrot, Rummy. I liked the atmosphere. Things I didn't like. You're definitely rushed. It's extremely overwhelming.
Was it expensive? I remember giving them, it was about $100.
I think it was $100. I had 1 drink and 2 appetizers and you had a Coke.
Yeah. So $100.
So bring your pennies.
Yeah.
Bring your Mickey dollars.
I'm going to give it a 7.5. I really liked that Coke.
Oh my God. I guess for me.
Did you try the Coke?
No, because I was drinking my delicious.
I tried yours. Yours had like a vanilla taste to it. It was,
but it was also in the same cup.
Good. Yeah, it was good. But it wasn't as cold as my Coke.
Yes, it was. You're such a loser. Loved it.
We'll try it again.
I have mixed reviews. I like to eat.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of food. And I'm a big fan of food when I think I'm going to sit down and spend money for food.
And you're sitting down.
And you're sitting down. So
But you are kind of sitting down and getting a little entertainment because the parrot does come out like every 10 minutes.
He does. It's not like when you go to Be Our Guest and the beast comes out like maybe twice if you're lucky during and does his wave or whatever.
Yeah.
That parrot is out every 10 minutes with a different part of the show.
Different script, yeah.
A different script, and we did not repeat anything.
No, we didn't. I was paying attention to it too, yeah.
Did not repeat, which means that it's probably has a good 2 hours worth of material so that people are not.
How frustrating must it be a cast member working there and like, what do you do an 8-hour shift? How many times do you have to be like every time that parrot comes out every 10 minutes, like, oh, hey, here comes it. Like every time, oh, hey, every time, oh, hey.
I wonder if you switch it up.
Gotta get old, right?
Yeah, maybe they switch it up.
Talk about like the monotony of like repetitiveness.
Those cast members did not seem bothered to be working there.
Cool. We walked out.
Oh, my Lord.
And what happened?
The sky opened. And I think we talked about this in the last podcast. There is a difference in Florida rain. There is light rain.
Yeah.
There is quick rain.
Yep.
And then there is legitimately hurricane rain that isn't classified as a hurricane.
Yeah.
The sky opened up and the world needed to be flooded. Cleansed. The puddles in the park were up to above our ankles.
Yeah. We went.
We hung out at Pirates for so we went on Pirates one more time.
We went on Pirates again. What happened that time?
Oh my God, that's right. We went on Pirates and there was no sound.
We went through, we oh, I hope that's not right in the mic. We went on Pirates and there was no audio track at all.
At all.
So myself and maybe a couple other people started trying to attempt to do the audio.
Because we knew it.
Because we're like, when we get down there, Barbosa, where be Jacksonville? And we're all kind of doing it, but we're not trying to piss people off because people are like irritated because there's no sound. But
and when I tell
everything else worked.
So they did and they didn't. So the animatronics.
Oh, the animatronics worked.
The animatronics were moving. There was no music, no sound, no nothing. Yes. It was the weirdest experience I've ever.
Because what was funny is we came into the part where the city is on fire, and I have it on audio, I have it on video. The servos of the dog, like you can hear his mouth, the like
the snapping,
like the
clicking.
You can hear the gears and stuff moving.
Yeah.
It's like it's actually quite loud, and you're like, whoa. I can't believe how loud that is. Thank God the soundtrack and the audio is so good. It drowns out all that machinery that's moving up there.
Yep. So,
that was fun though, right?
Yeah.
I was hoping to get evacuated. I want to be evacuated off a ride.
I know you do. So yeah, no sound. It was very interesting. I've never been on a ride ever that all of a sudden just wasn't working.
Whoa.
I don't know if the park had been hit by lightning. I don't know if, because I'm talking this was a storm.
Oh yeah. Every ride was down.
By the time we got
outdoor ride.
By the time we got off Pirates, everything was closed.
Yeah, everything.
They were in a shelter type situation. We hung out at Pirates and the gift shop for like 10 minutes, and we were like, "All right, what are we gonna do here? Are we leaving?"
Yeah, the world was in that gift shop with us,
and it sucked because that gift shop is now a quarter of the size that it was due to Beak and Barrel, and. Not only that, but there's a hole in the sky. They have like this weird open area now.
You think of like Mexico, and there's these style of buildings in Mexico and in California where they have an open garden area in the center of a building. And it's usually kind of like a hole in the center, like a donut, and it's usually open air.
Yeah.
I want to call it
open air.
I want to call it promenade or something.
Like an open air market. Like it's almost like an open air market.
The rain comes right through that shit.
Yeah, and guess what? When it's pouring, and I'm not talking a little bit of rain, I'm talking your open air market sucks.
Yeah.
So we bit the bullet and we were like, let's just go to President's.
Yeah.
Let's just
go indoors.
To indoors. There's a huge lobby.
Yeah.
We had to walk in this rain. And the park, if you've never been in the park, so if you watch videos when it's torrential downpouring and people are showing you the puddles and you're like, ah, they're not really that bad. They are.
Yeah.
It is not. I don't know how this park floods. Legit floods.
Yeah, it floods. Yeah.
I am not lying. I am not exaggerating. The water was up to above our ankles.
Easily swallowed our ankles, yes.
So we are running from Pirates to Presidents.
Yep, we had our ponchos.
We
were wearing ponchos.
We have the stroller.
Stroller is completely, even though it was ponchoed, nothing was stopping this rain.
No, nothing was stopping this rain. So we go to Presidents and we go in and we're like, all right, we'll be sheltered. Doesn't the ride.
This is 5:40, by the way.
5:40, the ride is down. And it's not the ride, the experience is down. They literally, the weather was so bad, they have to use it almost like a shelter in place. So literally, like, they're not allowed to do the movie because they need to house people in that area.
The lobby.
The lobby, or it's not a lobby, it's a museum.
It is a museum. Yeah.
In case people need to be there as like legitimately a shelter. I'm not exaggerating.
Which
like,
is hilarious that
a weather shelter.
All these people are drenched on George Washington's clothes and stuff like that, and like all these exhibits.
So nothing we can do. We sat in the corner. There was actually maybe 25 people in there max. And if you've ever been in this museum, this lobby area is enormous.
Yeah, it's huge.
So we took our shoes off. We took our socks off. Like there was nothing we could do. At least it was dry.
Yeah.
They were handing out Abraham Lincoln plastic hats, plastic top hats. So we put those on. At this point, I am in full transparency, completely pouting on bullshit. Like our day is ruined. I don't know what to do because you can't really leave because you're going to get drenched. You're stuck. I tried to bribe a cast member. I was like, can you just let us go in and see the show? And he was like, I wish I could, but I can't. Shawn went to go into the theater to take a photo, and the theater was full of people who had just watched the show who couldn't leave.
I didn't realize it. I didn't realize it because they came out and they're like, you guys can now go sit in the theater. And I was like, oh, okay, now that maybe they're allowing more people to come in. I went in there and there were people sitting in there. I was like, where did you people come from? They're like, oh, we watched the show and then they told us we had to stay here or we could stay here. And I was like, damn it. Why didn't they just let us in the show, watch the show?
If we had literally been in there, if we had decided to
5 more minutes earlier,
5 minutes earlier, we would have seen it. Whatever.
One of the cast members, or to interrupt you.
No, go.
They passed out all these top hats. And it's one of those situations, you can pout and you can say my day is ruined and you can be like, this sucks. And you can do the classic, I paid a lot of money to be here.
I never said that.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying you could do this. Speaking into the air about anybody, okay? We sat there for 45 minutes.
Yes.
We dried up. Looked outside.
Dried up a lot.
We dried up a lot. It was actually quite nice. Like, it was warm in there. We took our ponchos off. We took our wet stuff off. Like, surprisingly, our clothes were dry underneath our ponchos. It was our socks and shoes. And we made a decision. In me personally, and I wrote here, I wanted to leave.
Yeah, I know you did.
I really, after being 45 minutes... I was like, whoa, we're gambling right now. Oh, look, I want to leave. It was like 6:50-ish.
I'm not a leave the park.
Yeah, and I was like, what if it keeps raining? And we're looking on the map and we're seeing if, like, a star means lightning is in the air. So now if there's lightning in the air, that means they're canceling fireworks. They're doing all of these things. So it was cool. The cast member, they were having so much fun. They were like, I want to do a big group photo. All of you people get together. They're wearing these top hats.
All of the people who are wearing the top hats, can we do a random group photo?
And we did.
And
probably like 20 of us because the other party poopers didn't want to do it. So I'd love to know where that photo is.
The cast member has it.
Good times. And I hope that cast member shares that photo and maybe someday down the road.
She was so excited.
But maybe someday down the road, we see that photo and we're like, oh my God, that's us.
Yeah.
Or maybe we never do. It was a good moment. I'm glad it happened. It's a story. We decided you wanted to go see Minnie or Mickey.
Nope. So we were going to go shopping.
Yep.
So I was like, you know what? we haven't done shopping yet. I know it's going to be super packed because it's raining, but we have to walk out that way anyway.
Yeah.
You literally have to walk out.
So we walked across to the Christmas tree shop or the ornament shop, went in there for a little bit, and then kind of went in the back alley and then out that way.
And out that way. At this point, it was still raining. It may have let up a hair, but it's still pouring.
Yeah.
So we're walking over to go shopping, and I noticed that the wait for Mickey is none.
5 minutes?
5 minutes. The wait for Mickey is none. So I was like, you know what? Shit, this wait is never. It's always 75 minutes.
Yep.
Let's go see Mickey.
Yep.
So we went and saw Mickey, and the only rule to seeing Mickey is you had to take all your wet stuff off first. You weren't allowed in to go see Mickey with all your wet stuff. Super cute. Love Mickey.
Yep.
He signed our daughter's book. He was happy to see us. My daughter and I took all of our wet stuff off, so we were able to hug him. I told him that I had stood in the rain for him, and he gave me a hug and a kiss because of it. I love how Disney dupes you. And what I mean by that is I am a grown-ass adult, full well knowing that this is a person in a costume, and I believe it's Mickey Mouse. I don't know how I do it. I don't know how it happens.
It's like you encapsulating your childhood into this figure and you see the person. Yeah.
Super excited.
Yeah.
Just like I was super excited to see Pluto. That is a person in a furry costume.
Allegedly. You've never seen the head come off. You don't
Never.
know.
Maybe it really is Mickey Mouse.
Who knows? It's the magic.
So super pumped. We saw Mickey Mouse. It worked. There was no wait. And then
we walked out.
And the rain had stopped.
It stopped.
And was actually 1,000% humidity.
I made the mental note when we walked out because at this point I was still wanting to leave. I wasn't saying it to you, but I was kind of hoping in my brain that you'd be like, "Let's go," and I would have been okay. I would have
leave the park for a second.
Right. I would have been mad at myself for giving up.
Yep.
But that's what marriage is about. That's what when the other person is weak, you kind of come along and you know, like footprints in the sands. I say this at work all the time to my coworkers. Whenever something happens, they'll be like, "Hey, dude, you know when you look down today and you only saw one set of footprints?
Because I carried you.
Because I carried you." Well, hey, that is what a relationship is, and that is what life. It's a metaphor. You carried me in that moment. I wanted to give up like a bitch. Okay.
Yep.
I was wet. I was cold, and usually it doesn't bother me. I was tired. It beat me up, and I was ready to go.
Yep.
You made me stick through it. We walked out, and you were like, "Let's stay." And I was like, "Okay, all right."
The rain had stopped. It was very humid, so it wasn't cold.
Yeah.
I think if we had walked out and the temperature had dropped, I will fully admit, if the temperature had dropped, I would have been out.
Yeah.
Because being wet and humid and knowing you're going to dry is different than being wet and cold.
It was 6:50.
It was 6:50.
Do you know what we did now?
Because I had been pouting because I had wanted to do Tiana's all day because the Tiana line all day was 5 minutes. And Shawn wouldn't let us go to that end of the freaking park because he made us stay in Fantasyland all day. So when we were sitting there in
Main Street,
the President's, I had said to him, "This is all your fault. If you had let me guide the day, we would have just have been done."
we went to Tiana's.
So we went to Tiana's. It was a 10-minute wait. We got on it. And guess what? We were already soaked. So what did it matter?
Didn't even matter.
Didn't even matter. We were all still wearing our ponchos.
I appreciated Tiana's more this time than I had in the past.
So much better.
Yeah. Yeah. Right?
Let me rephrase that. No. I enjoy the ride.
Yes.
Because I enjoy all of the ride.
Yeah.
Tiana should be about the movie.
It should be. We can't change it. I think they just need to clarify what the story is.
It's stupid.
I know the story, so knowing the story and being like, yeah, that's what they're trying to do here. I talk myself through it. Like, it's almost like giving myself a pep talk. Like, oh, she's doing this over there. Oh, Raymond, he came back from the dead. Yeah, that's why he's over there. Like, they break their own storyline within their storyline.
So basically, the ride is after the movie.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be that Tiana is trying to form a band.
Yeah, she needs to form a jug band for a party.
She needs to form a jug band for her party. The story itself is so stupid.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's so stupid. I can't believe that people got together in the think tank and was like, this is a great idea.
Well, maybe next time they invite us to a think tank meeting, we'll be able to express
it should be
thoughts.
with all the main characters except Dr. Fossier are all there. So Mama Odie's there, the snake is hoodoo.
Yeah.
You do more. What's she doing? Obviously Tiana's there. Prince Naveen is at the end.
Who's the blonde girl that looks like you?
She doesn't look
Lily?
like me. No. What's her
Cheryl
name?
Ann?
No, you're just yelling.
Caroline?
names. No.
Judy?
No. Talk about something else and I'll figure it out.
Anyway, I love the end scene. Like
Yes.
I was pretty nostalgic for the riverboat that used to be the end scene
Yes.
of this ride. And I was kind of bummed out that they got rid of it because in New Orleans there's riverboats everywhere. Dottie.
No.
Lottie.
Lottie.
I knew it would come to I knew it. I loved that scene, but now they have a wedding scene at the end, which is great. Whose wedding is it? Or is that the party?
I don't think it's a wedding. I think it's just a party.
Oh, it feels like a wedding,
No, it's the party that she was. It's stupid.
That's a big ass party.
Stupid.
Oh my god! Now I the last couple times I thought it was a wedding.
No.
And now that I'm revisiting it in my brain, it was like that's the party.
It's a party. Stupid. Anyway, the ride itself.
Now I hate the ride.
Yeah, exactly. The ride itself from Splash Mountain didn't change. You have like 2 or 3 drops, obviously with a huge drop at the end. I miss Splash Mountain in that story. I'm sorry that I said it.
Yeah.
I miss it.
So we got off 7:45.
7:45. So we book it as quick as we can because the Starlight Parade is starting in 15 minutes.
8 o'clock.
I know that you need great seats at the Starlight Parade. Shawn was under the impression that half the park left. Half the park did not leave. And if they did, they came back.
Well, are we sure about that? Because we could talk about that when fireworks happened. Because
anyway,
yeah.
So we sat when you come
in the center hub.
When you come out of Adventureland, there's a bridge. So you go over the bridge. Actually, it's not Adventureland. It is
Frontierland?
Nope. Liberty Square. You come out of Liberty Square and there's a bridge there, right? You go past Sleepy Hollow and there's a bridge there.
That is the main bridge.
Yep, which is the main bridge.
Connecting bridge.
Yep, which leads directly, obviously, to the center, and the castle is right there on your left. So we thank God.
It's the route of the Starlight Parade.
It's the route of the Starlight Parade. So the Starlight Parade is different than the Festival of Fantasy because it starts at the very beginning of Main Street where you see Mickey over by the train station. So we found a spot up against a fence.
Why was our motive for that?
Because we wanted to be in good spirits for fireworks. Because the one thing is, if you're going to do back-to-back like that, you need a spot that you're going to see the parade and fireworks at the same time.
Yep.
Because you are not getting prime spots for both.
Yep.
So got a spot. Lo and behold, we're realizing that we have good fireworks seats. We do not have good Starlight Parade seats. So Shawn was intuitive enough to be like, I'm going to stay here. You take our daughter and just go a little bit up there. Like straight. I can't even describe.
It was basically right there where if you're that's kind of hard to explain this.
Hard to explain.
If the castle would be and you're crossing over the bridge, there's a little sidewalk to the left.
Yeah.
A little walkway. You and a group of people were in that walkway.
Yes.
And the parade came right by it, right?
So the parade starts at Main Street. Like I said, it comes down. It goes by Casey's Corner. And the thing at Casey's Corner is it doesn't go over to where the Crystal Palace is. It goes around the bend over like you're going to Tomorrowland towards the castle that way.
Yes. Yes.
So in front of the castle is obviously a rotary.
It'd almost be cool if they went around.
They should just go around.
They should go in a big circle and then go around. Yeah, you're really like a roundabout.
Like a roundabout. But they don't.
They exited immediately.
They come down Main Street.
Took the first right.
Go in front of Casey's Corner, take your first right, go around in front of the castle, and then go down this bridge in front of Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
I have heard you get amazing seats if you sit over by Sleepy Hollow, where we sat for Festival of Fantasy.
That was also VIP area.
Anyway.
Wait, we're holding up for the fireworks.
We were holding it for the fireworks. You can't get the best of both worlds. Long and short of it, they shut all the lights off in the park.
Yeah.
Because the theme of this, obviously, Starlight Parade, is all these floats are lit with these beautiful lights. And the Blue Fairy runs this parade. So she comes out in all of her glory. She's the first float. This parade, to me, was amazing.
Yeah.
The music was amazing. The characters were amazing. You had Coco, you had Peter Pan, you had Mickey and Minnie and all of his friends. You had Moana's float. I think I cried. I think our daughter, I think we cried, like literally sobbed. I think I was sobbing and the woman in front of me was sobbing, and she turned around and she was like, I know, right? And like just sobbing. The parade was amazing. What do you think?
Loved it.
That's all you wrote was love.
I wrote loved it. That is I put thoughts, loved it. If I were to sum it, you build things up in your brain. No, obviously I'm going to elaborate a little bit more than that. That is my quick and dirty. That's my quick and dirty.
I'm not talking anymore.
Here's the one thing I will say. I'll start with my critique, and then I'll give you all the positives. My one critique is the Festival of Fantasy is loud.
Yes.
A lot of music and in your face.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
This was not loud. There was not singing. There was not, I had a friend, he had a friend.
It was loud and singing.
Maybe from where I was, I only heard kind of like futuristic music and obviously the Moana, but it wasn't singing like that. It was like maybe like, it was quiet. It was definitely beautiful. But it was almost the polar opposite of the Festival of Fantasy. It was not trying to wow you with music or it was wowing you with how beautiful those lights were.
Yes.
And how it was graceful and almost mad. It almost was like the night is ending. We're kind of like winding down with like this little star show. Like it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful.
Yep. Agreed.
I loved Bruno. I thought it was awesome to actually see Bruno,
That's right.
And like I said, Moana, like I loved Bruno. Bruno stood out to me. There's music, but see, there's no singing. That music, yeah. So Nikki's trying to listen a little bit because I don't think I have her. That's the intro, yeah. She's beautiful.
The Blue Fairy was amazing.
That's beautiful. I mean, we live in New England. We get Christmas lights with the snow and everything else. Like that's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of like the sparkling reflections. Yeah, you were right there. You're pouting again. Not gonna get my good seats. Why'd you make me sit here and all that? And I was like, Nick, just go right there. You did. They were great seats.
They were good seats. So the Starlight Parade, they do two shows. There's an 8 o'clock show and a 10 o'clock show.
Yes.
If we hadn't if we haven't had
Yeah, a lot of hads. There was 5 hads.
Weather from hell for a good 2 hours.
Yeah.
We may have watched the fireworks and watched the second show. And done rides during that time.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that the ride times were way lower. If you ever wanted to do Tron at night, that's probably a really good time to do Tron at night. It's a good time to do your shopping.
Yeah.
Because everyone's kind of held up in this area. We did that, and then we did the fireworks, and I have not won the fireworks, and I know I probably cried at this park 5 times. Like the fireworks.
Wait, hold on. Before you get to fireworks, rate the Starlight Parade.
Oh, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 with me too.
Okay. 10 out of 10.
So we're in agreement. 10 out of 10. This show is amazing.
The show is amazing. Do it. If you miss it, there's actually no reason to miss it. It literally happens an hour before fireworks. So you're either going to see it before fireworks or after fireworks.
Yeah, if you're staying to the park till close, you're gonna somehow see it because it goes through the park. So during that 3-hour window of 8, 9, and 10, you're seeing fireworks parade.
Yeah, and I mean, if you don't want to see it, well, that's on you. Like,
right,
whatever. I think that everyone should at least see it once. It's beautiful.
Right.
It's beautiful. And it's like nothing that I've ever seen from Disney before.
People compare it to
the electric parade.
Yeah, and the Osborne lights and stuff like that. So yeah, the electrical magic parade or electrical pageant. Yes.
The lights alone were beautiful, and the characters on the floats were wonderful. And you don't see Moana often, and you don't see Maribel often, and Bruno, and I think Frozen was there too.
feel like she's always there. I think
always
Elsa's
there.
everywhere.
Elsa's everywhere.
She's a me girl.
But I get emotional with Moana's music for some reason. I don't know why.
I love the movie.
Wonderful. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. And then, thank God, Shawn had held up our amazing spots for the fireworks, because by the time I had gotten back, as usual, people were trying to encroach on our spot.
I held it down.
You did. There was a family in front of us who had the audacity to be like standing right on my stuff.
Yeah. And they did the kid on the shoulder things and everything else. But what was fine is because, again, I always like to have a seat against a railing and next to a pylon, so that our daughter could kind of edge and like kind of sit. Not.
Did you just hold her though?
I let her stand on the stroller.
Good.
So she stood on the stroller, leaned against the pylon, leans against me, and had an elevated view, but not blocking anybody.
Because
like,
she was
there. You know what? And you know what's nice too is I realized that the trees all around us are
lit.
It was a different perspective. We're usually on the opposite side.
We're on the right side.
We're on the right side. This side, we're on the left.
The fireworks are the fireworks.
I love the fireworks. I was so happy. At this point, I'd gone from being that, Nikki holding me in the sand to now we're both in the sand, the footprints in the sand. I was just like, God, I want to see Tink fly. And when she did, I've literally 5 tears came down my eye. Yep.
Everything about this fireworks show, whoever the voice is for this fireworks show,
her name's Angie K.
No, it's a guy.
Well, it's 2 people.
No, not the music.
Jordan Fisher and Angie K. Oh, you mean the narrator?
The narrator.
Follow your dream.
Oh my God. I can't.
You too.
Follow
your dream.
The second he starts speaking, I cry. It's like.
And then Tiana kicks in.
Oh my God. The music is amazing. If you haven't seen the Magic Kingdom fireworks, I'm sorry. There's something wrong with you.
If go to the park just to see the fireworks.
Just go to see the fireworks.
People go spend thousands of dollars for Taylor Swift. I'd spend thousands of dollars to see this, and I have to see these fireworks. Yes.
The show is amazing. The projections are amazing. I do want to watch them one time from Main Street. I struggle with that because it's harder vantage.
If we went every day.
Yes.
If we went every day, we'd be like, oh, what are we going to do on Monday? Let's try this.
Yeah.
What do you do Tuesday? Let's try this. But we won't go every day. Someday we will. All right.
So, and we were very worried because the wind started picking up, and if it's too windy, Tink won't fly. But she buckled up, man. She buckled up.
No lightning.
No lightning.
We were worried about it.
Actually, there was all of a sudden the sky was completely clear, and you could see stars, and I was like, "What the F?"
Well, I thought there was a flash of lightning way in the back.
Nope. The sky was completely clear with stars because I looked at you and I was like, "Where is this wind coming from?"
Yeah.
But Tink flew, and you get to see her, and she's all dressed in green, and you watch her fly through the park, and you cry every time. And I wanted to go shopping after when we were done, and the shops were non-shoppable.
So let me ask you a question. Okay, and thinking about this as we were talking, and I didn't think about this day of, they were closing Main Street down because of the parade.
Yes.
So we could have walked on the sidewalks, but we went into the shop. So I was thinking, oh, maybe this is rain related and stuff like this. So now from now on going out, that's how you're going to have to exit, is through the shops. Oh my gosh, it's a strategy. I didn't even think about it. They want you to exit through the shops so you buy.
Yeah.
That is their strategy.
Because
the park closed at 10.
Because the park closed at 10. So I did not get to do any shopping. Usually we set aside a whole hour and a half to just shop on Main Street. Obviously with the way the day was. And we could have not done the Presidents, and instead of the Presidents have gone from Pirates all the way down and done shopping. But my guess is that the shops would have been non-shoppable. They were non-shoppable at 10 o'clock. And what I mean by non-shoppable is it's so funny. I can tolerate crowds in the park all day long. There's something about crowds in a store that I can't do.
Yeah. You're like looking at an item and people walk on top of you, walk over you. They grab the item out of your hand. Like it's tough.
I looked at Shawn. I was like, we're out of here.
Yeah.
That's when I hit my breaking point. We didn't buy anything. And I was like, I am out of here now. Ironically, we went back to our hotel and went shopping in their gift shop.
So we left. We sucked it. All right.
Took a bus.
Yes, we took a bus. Everything worked. We got back, and we had to actually pack that night. But that's, hey, all in all, the day was a success.
Yes, even with the rain.
Well, even with the rain, we did not do lightning lanes.
Nope.
The only ride that we waited for
Was
Tron, and we would have waited probably a full, I'd say, 50 minutes and got on it. We got in every ride.
So
there was some rides we missed because of the rain, but in Beak and Barrel obviously got in the way and stuff like that. So we lost an hour at Beak. We actually lost 2 hours because we waited an hour and they were in there for 45 minutes. So we lost about an hour and a half at Beak and Barrel, an hour over here at the President's. But that could have been time where we went on another ride or we did this. We also did Pirates twice. But we went on everything.
Yeah.
The only thing we went on Haunted Mansion. The only thing we didn't really do is the Jungle Cruise.
We didn't do the Jungle Cruise. We didn't do Astro.
Or Magic, Astro. So yeah, there is still.
So
a
we
bunch
probably missed 8 rides.
But I'd say we still went on all the rides we would have gone on.
Yes.
And we saved ourselves the money of no lightning lane.
Yes.
And no fast pass.
Correct.
The only reason this worked, and it would have worked better if it would rain, is the only reason it worked is because that 30 minutes of now being able to get into the lines.
Yeah.
I heard that on a podcast and was like, I have to try that, and it worked.
It did. So yeah, it's huge. I didn't think it really would make a difference, but both days, it made a humongous difference.
Yeah. Being there ahead of, not at park entry.
But you have to be willing to do the hustle. It's a hustle.
Yeah, bro, that's a marathon.
No.
27,000 steps is what we did.
Okay, but what I mean by that is this is not let's get there and we'll do, if you want to bang out, no, let me finish.
Okay, yeah.
If you want to bang out rides.
Yeah.
Multiple rides before 10 o'clock. You got to have your hustle on.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
You got to have your hustle on, have a plan, figure out how you're going to maneuver if something goes down. You have to have the hustle on.
Yeah.
And if you have the hustle and you're willing to do the hustle by 11 o'clock, you can hit 5 or 6 rides.
Well, yeah. And then we hit more than that. And then we were able to eat lunch at 11.
With that being said, this is not going to work at Christmas time.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely time. Yeah. You have to strategize about stuff like this.
It's not. It's not. It's not going to work on major holidays where the park is so busy.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. When we went for New Year's Eve, we couldn't even buy lightning lanes for Tron or Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. They were sold out.
Going back to what you said about the park, I feel, and based on the fireworks, is that half the park left when the rain happened. It looked like Vietnam out there. And sorry if anybody's sensitive to Vietnam. Okay. There were strollers flipped over. There were shoes. There was a random shoe. We saw an abandoned EVC.
Literally in the middle.
Literally in the middle of a path. It must have short circuited and died. And I don't know how they got out of the park. I hope they're okay. It was war.
It was bad.
I've never seen rain like that.
Nope.
But hey, man, we were in a different country one time and it rained so hard and we were driving this vehicle and the rain was coming through the windshield and all you sometimes have to is just
laugh.
You just give it up. You're like, oh my God, there's nothing I could do at this moment. It's just rain. People swim in the water. It's just rain.
So let me preface this. I saw a woman. They sell ponchos for your shoes.
Oh, yeah.
I was unaware that this was a thing.
Yeah.
That is what put me, and I'm not exaggerating. Yeah. That is what put me in a bad mood. I could have done the rain. It was when my shoes and my socks got wet.
We didn't bring our own advice. We didn't bring our secondary pair of shoes.
We didn't bring our
I had my Crocs.
No, I brought a secondary pair of socks. I gave them to our daughter.
Oh.
I absolutely had a secondary pair of socks.
So our hack, really fast.
Really fast hack scene. We've talked forever. Yeah. If you bring flip-flops, bring Crocs.
And bring those foot ponchos.
And buy these foot ponchos. They literally go over your shoes.
They look like surgical booties.
They look like surgical booties. And I'm not even exaggerating. That is what put me in a bad mood because I was like, my shoes are wet, my socks are wet, my daughter, her feet are wet. I don't want to hear her bitch and complain. Like, because we had packed her extra clothes, extra underwear, and I had extra socks, but I'm not going to put dry socks into wet shoes when it's pouring outside.
Yeah.
So
that's that, Nick.
wow. Sorry, we
there it is.
talked and talked.
Next week, we're going back to news. I got to end it like immediately.
Goodbye.
Hey, I love you. Till next week, stay classy, Disney.
And thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for listening to the You, Me, and Disney podcast. If you like what you heard, please follow and subscribe. And follow us on all of our social media platforms: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Thanks again.